Here we are. We're live stream. Went up the road, got some chili. Got some chili today for the ball game. Mm, 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 mm. Man, oh man, that was good. How you guys doing? Georgia, Florida, Georgia Day here in Jacksonville, Florida. The new Everbank Stadium will be built in 2026, predominantly in 2027. The Georgia Florida game comes back to Jacksonville in 2028 when the Everbank Stadium is done. But in the meantime, we got the Georgia Florida game this year in 2024 and in next year in 2025. And I believe it's here in 2026 as well. Wait, let me backtrack that. No, it's gonna be in Atlanta in 2026, Tampa in 2027, and then a new deal on the Jacksonville, Florida neutral site in 2028 with a brand new Everbank Stadium at that time. You're very welcome to come in. It's our live stream. Subscribe to our channel if you would. Hit the subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. I can tell you the truth. You'll be glad you did. So come on in. We are doing the old live stream right now. You know, I've been drinking coffee this morning. I think I've got some iced coffee in the refrigerator. We'll go to in a few minutes. We will check high school football scores. Georgia plays Florida again. Georgia's a big like 2 touchdown or more favorite in this game. And I had to pick Florida to get underneath Wiz on the football pool. Georgia versus Florida. Today, in fact. Let's see if we can get a spread, the latest spread on the game from one of our sources. The game is today. It's in Jacksonville. Kickoff today at 3:30 p.m. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's see if we can get the latest line on the game from our source. Let's see what's going to happen here. November 1st. I think there was an update on the line on November the 1st, 2024. Today's Saturday, November the 2nd of 2024. And let me see if we can actually get the latest line on the game. Let's check it out right now. Kickoff today at 3:30 in Jacksonville. Northeast winds at about 8 to 13 miles per hour. Could gust up to near 20 miles per hour at times during the game. Kickoff at 3:30. Let's take a look. There's good news and there's bad news. If you're a Florida Gator fan, Georgia will win. That's the bad news. If you're picking Florida against the spread, Florida will cover and the total will go over. A source likes Georgia to win the game by like 5 or 6 points. But the line on the game is actually down to 14.5 points. I'll have to grab my pool to find out how many points I got. I did take Florida. I took Penn State. Penn State's entangled in a big one against Ohio State. So thank you for tuning in to the TEAL Shirt Report podcast. Got our sponsors on the ticker. And we hope you're live with us. Come check us out live. Florida, Georgia weekend. And I'm right here in the Big J, bigjreport.com. I'm at world headquarters. We're absolutely doing a live stream. Let me see if I can find the live stream. It should actually be up on YouTube now. It should actually be up on YouTube. So we'll see if we could actually, I'm going to go on YouTube so I can find where we are. All right. Go Gators. Lifetime, or at least since enough to know better. Been a lifetime Florida Gator fan since I was probably 6 or 7 years old. So let me see if I can find this. Normally you type in on YouTube, bigjreport.com, you find this. The easiest way to do it is actually subscribe to the channel. And there's a lot of stuff up. We got a lot of videos up. Let me see if I can find our live stuff right now. Alex Nunnery's been doing some videos also. And man, we've got a lot of videos up. Now we're brand new on YouTube. We've only really been on YouTube in earnest for like a few weeks, but we're on here now. And let me see if I can find our live stream. We're still kind of experimenting on the best way to do YouTube, but we welcome you to come on. We've got a few people subscribe, about a dozen people, and we're looking for more subscribers, by the way. So when we talk about live stream, let's see if I can find our current live stream. I don't know. We should be up right now. Should be live. Come on in and see us. Listen to us. Subscribe to the channel. This is the Teal Shirt Report podcast. The Teal Shirt Report podcast at bigjreport.com. Let me try it the other way. Florida plays Georgia. Kickoff for the game will be at 3:30 in Jacksonville at Everbank Stadium. I hope your team wins. I'm pulling for Florida. It's a massive spread by, Georgia's favored by well over 2 touchdowns. What did I say? It was down to 14.5 now. And again, we appreciate you tuning in. Usually you can find us by either typing in Teal Shirt Report podcast, or you can type in bigjreport.com or Big J Report, if you will. And this is actually a live stream. So you'll get all the live streams when you subscribe to the channel. Okay, so November 2nd. This must be it here. Is this the one here? Let's see. This may be it. I'll have to keep the volume down. I don't want the feedback. I'm not a big fan of feedback. I've got the volume down. So let's see. Oh. We're up. Okay. And we are absolutely up. So you guys check us out. I was waving. That's me. There's a little bit of delay. It's live, but there's a little bit of a delay on this thing. I was just kind of curious, how it worked or how it works. Everybody from our chat, I'm going to try to invite some of those guys in. When the live stream ends, you can actually still play it back and watch it. Give us comments. Subscribe to the channel. I think you'll be glad you did. We're going to have a lot of comments on here. You guys come on in, check us out. By all means, subscribe to the channel. We're talking Georgia, Florida. Georgia is about a 14.5 point favorite. That cannot win the game. Our source thinks Florida will make it a close game today. And check us on the Teal Shirt Report podcast. What did I say? Episode show number 59 today. We usually end up with 80-something podcasts by the end of the year. Just kind of how we do it. I'm going to try to send this to our chat, too. We're going to send this to our chat. Somebody in the chat says Palatka is a hole in the wall. Well, I think that was Benoit said that. But, it's actually a nice little town. I've been there. I've actually done some radio in Palatka years and years ago. Our stream is up. So what we want is comments about the game. And again, we are with our chat. Come up and check it out. Subscribe and comment. Jags are playing this week, right? I haven't really talked that much. Playing the Eagles. Playing the Eagles. It's interesting. One of my fantasy league teams, I've got both Trevor Lawrence and Jalen Hurts. If I go with my heart, I put Lawrence in the lineup. If I go with my head, I probably put Hurts in the lineup as well. We do a lot of live streams on the weekend, and then during the week, it's more of recording the podcast and getting it up on on our platforms and website and things of that nature. So I'm glad you guys are here. Alex Nunnery's been doing some stuff on the Bold City Rattlers, a new ABA minor league or semi-pro basketball team, if you will, in the ABA. You remember the Jacksonville Giants are no more, but you do have the Bold City Rattlers, a team that's in a little bit of a hot league in Jacksonville, the 95ers. So Alex has been doing videos right on our new channel. So we got two people in here. We're always wanting more. Subscribe to the channel. Please comment. Georgia plays Florida today. I pulled up the line on the game. It's like 14.5 points. Let me see if I can pull it back in. We'll talk about it. High school football. We're going to talk about all games. There was a lot of games on Friday. There was a slew of games on Thursday as well. David Martin sent me some stuff about his high school that he follows, Pace. I tell you what I'll do. I'll go to the website, bigjreport.com. We'll pull up the high school football. Allen Result School Bartram Trail Rebought. Site you can get the scores at bigjreport.com. We'll run down some of the high school scores from Friday night, maybe even the Thursday night ones. Let's take a look. High school football scores for North Florida, South Georgia, and surrounding areas. High school football in North Florida and Saturday night, November the 1st of 2024. Nice has got a really good team. Nice 42, Beachside 20 the final. Fleming Island, they've already won their district title, their district championship. Fleming Island 45, Fort White nothing. Ponte Vedra Sharks. I was trying to update that game. I had Ponte Vedra Sharks 35, Creekside 23. Then I saw another score. It looked like the game was actually 35-30. So you guys let me know in the comments. Bartram Trail 49, Rebought 12 a final. Orange Park 33, the Clay County Blue Devils 7 a final. Denellen beat Baker County, Florida. Denellen, Florida 28, Baker County, Florida Wildcats 6. Episcopal Eagles, where Mark Brunell used to be the head coach. Episcopal beat Ridgeview. Is that a surprise? Maybe two programs going in the opposite direction. Episcopal 35, Ridgeview 7, Middleburg 26, North Marion 21 a final. University Christian beats Fort Meade. University Christian 34, Fort Meade 17 a final. Oakley 56, Toccoa Creek 7 a final. Bishop Kenny 42, the Providence School 25. Fernandina Beach Pirates 24, West Nassau 20. Up in Georgia, Brunswick 57, South Effingham, Georgia 20 a final. Camden County Wildcats, their players and students come from like St. Mary, Kingsland, and the Woodbine area. Camden County, Georgia Wildcats 38. Tift County, Georgia 28 a final. Carver 60. Kendrick 14 from more of the West Georgia area. Miller County, Georgia 54. The Randolph play Red Devils 6 a final. Sumter County Rams 61. Columbus, Georgia 17. That game's final from last night. Early County, Georgia Bobcats 20. Eufaula, Alabama Tigers nothing. Doug Applin, who lives up in that area, said, yeah, Eufaula's not really very good this year. So hopefully they're a young team and they're going to build it back up. They do in most years in Eufaula, Alabama, where one time Rush Probst, you remember Rush Probst? He was the coach at Eufaula. Yours truly interviewed him years ago. The guy that was really the star on two-a-days had some issues, and most of you know the story about Rush Probst. If you have any scores I missed, please, you can email us at scott@bigjreport.com or put them in the comments on the Teal Shirt Report podcast, our live stream going on now. Halloween high school football on Thursday night. The Ed White Commanders completed 7-3 season. They've already won the district championship. The Ed White Commanders 42, Baldwin 16, a final on Thursday night, October the 31st of 2024 at Commander Stadium. Ed White is now 7-3 and playoff bound now. Other high school football scores: St. Augustine 38, Mandarin 26, so final, First Coast 6, Andrew Jackson nothing. If I get any of these scores wrong, John, or any of you guys, let me know. Terry Parker Braves 42, Sandalwood Saints nothing. Rains has already won their district championship. Rains annihilated Atlantic Coast. The Rains Vikings 48, Atlantic Coast Stingrays nothing, a final. And a game that my dad used to take me to, and my dad went to Lee High School, which later became Riverside, but it was always Lee High School when my dad was living. I went to Ed White. My dad went to Lee, but there was a special game. There was a special game on Thanksgiving Day every year, and the regular season of high school football lasted a lot longer then. My dad used to take me to the Inglewood Rams Wolves and Wolfpack game Thursday mornings, Thanksgiving mornings. That was traditionally, I believe, the last regular season weekend or day of high school football. It doesn't last as long now because basically it starts earlier in August. And I'm not a big fan of that, but that's what happens. The Inglewood Rams 32, Wolves and Wolfpack 12, a final. That game was played on Thursday night, October the 31st of 2024. Got even more high school football scores up on the website. So check them out, bigjreport.com. We're doing our live stream, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're tuned in right now, leave a comment, a like, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be doing more and more. On this channel, you'll see some of Alex Nunnery's videos. Alex has been doing some videos for the ABA's Bold City Rattlers, which is the new Jacksonville, Florida entrant in the ABA minor league or semi-pro basketball league. Our sponsors are on the ticker. Make sure you check out the madmaxmix.weebly.com Wednesday night, Max's Request Show. We're also brought to you by Lakeview Fall Hits and JC's Thursday night live show from the pub. And again, this is the TEAL Shirt Report podcast. Subscribe to our channel. Put a comment in. What do you think the Georgia-Florida game comes out today? Georgia's still a massive favorite by a couple of touchdowns. Pull up the line again. The live stream, you can still go back and watch what we've done on today's live stream of the Teal Shirt Report podcast. I've got the latest line. Let's see. It's Georgia's favored by 14.5 points on game day. Let's see. The over-under looks to be 52 points. Our source says the total will go over. Georgia will win, Florida will cover, and the total will go over. That's what one of our main sources says concerning the Georgia. A lot of games coming up today. Texas A&M at South Carolina. I am actually picking South Carolina in that game. They've been playing good football, but so is A&M. Louisville playing Clemson. So there's a lot of college football games coming up today, and we'll cover it at Teal Shirt Report podcast and bigjreport.com. Indiana's quarterback Rourke will start. Let's see. I'm looking at all the news here. Boise State 56, San Diego State 24. That must have been the Friday night game. And we're getting a lot of sports news, info, and things of that nature. Looks like the Boise State running back had a good game. And the Jags 2-6. I think it's over this year. We've got the Jaguars have injured wide receivers. I think we're going to see a good diet of Parker Washington, a guy he's only in his second year, but he's made some catches. He's made probably 3 or 4 catches that are really big time catches the last couple of years. I'm kind of curious to see how well he'll do and how well Trevor Lawrence will do. And can the defense play better than they have? Let's see. Virginia Tech is going to play Syracuse today. Stanford playing North Carolina State. It's a 12 noon kickoff. North Carolina playing Florida State, 3:30 kickoff. Man, is Florida State going to lose another game? They're like 1-7, right? My goodness. I don't think anybody would have thought that before the season started. We got two of you guys up on the stream with us right now. Please make your comments. We'll be streaming on and off most of the day today, tomorrow, and then probably by late Sunday night, Monday morning, we'll actually put one in the can that we just simply record and put on our audio platforms. But here we are. My name is Scott, your host for the Teal Shirt Report podcast. Scott with BigJReport.com. And this is the Teal Shirt Report podcast on video. If you want all our content, hit the subscribe button. When we go live, you know basically all of our videos, the audio streams, and our sponsors are on the ticker. So I appreciate you guys being here today. Mississippi State's playing UMass. That's one of the Mississippi State Bulldogs ought to win. And the Penn State-Ohio State game is big. I'm picking Penn State. I think Penn State's going to knock them off. Ohio State has lost the game this year. Florida Gators playing the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, I see another spread that has Georgia as a 15.5-point favorite. So it's anywhere from 14.5 to 15.5 points. Now, Miami plays Duke. Miami is a 21-point favorite. Tennessee is playing Kentucky. Tennessee is a 17-point favorite. Texas A&M is a 3-point favorite against South Carolina. I'm going to take the Gamecocks in that one. I did in the football pool. We appreciate you guys being in here. I am enjoying some hot chili, little snack, and hey, we're here live. We're here live. Please comment. How do you think the Georgia-Florida game goes today? Will Coach Napier be the head coach of the Florida Gators when the season ends? I say he still could be. Man, he's got to win at least 3 out of the last 5 games. I think he's got to beat Ole Miss. He's got to beat LSU, and Florida should beat FSU. Today's game, Florida should not win, but if something crazy happens and Florida can pull the upset, Napier's in good shape, but he still needs to win 3 games between now and the end of the season. That's my contention. But who's going to be the new Florida coach if Napier gets waxed and fired? Could it be Lane Kiffin? Who do you think it'll be? Could it be the Indiana coach? I don't think it's going to be the Indiana coach. He's kind of shaking up the Big Ten, but it's only his first year at Indiana. So there's other guys out there. If you've got who you think's the next Florida coach, type it into the comments. Type it in the comments, your prediction of the Georgia-Florida game. Who do you think is going to be the next Florida Gator coach? Do you think there is a chance Coach Billy Napier survives if he wins, say, 3 out of his last 5 games? So I appreciate you guys that have come up, been part of our live stream. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And we are absolutely live on YouTube through StreamYard. And it's great to see you guys today. It's great to we have some audience that's coming in here. I'm enjoying some chili, kind of my pregame meal. Beautiful, sunny in Jacksonville. It's sunny in Jacksonville. Beautiful day. It's going to be a little warm. High temperatures around 82, 83. Winds out of the northeast for a football game at probably 6 to 13, 8 to 13 miles per hour with wind gust maybe up to as much as 20 miles per hour. So leave your comment. Florida pull the upset. I'm not going to say Florida's going to win the game, but I think they'll make it today. And I kind of agree with our source that Florida could make it a 5 to 7 point game. But I'm seeing 2 different lines. Georgia's favored by 14.5. Just saw another line a moment ago where the note was that Georgia's a 15.5 point favorite. Can Georgia cover that big spread? Man, I hope not. I picked Florida to get underneath that 14.5 points. I can't remember what the line was when I picked it, but it was more than 14 points. So I'm pulling for the Gators. I think Lagway, the quarterback, is a key guy. In a pressure game, can he throw it? Can he run it? Can he run that offense? I think he probably can. The thing about Lagway is now he's getting all the reps in practice. He's getting some experience, and he's got the talent. He's a five-star. And I would love to see Florida do well today against Georgia, obviously. I know you guys would too. Please subscribe to the channel. My name's Scott. I'm your host of the Teal Shirt Report podcast. We're brought to you by Salsa Realty and Capital. For your real estate needs in North Florida, whether it's home, residential, business, or commercial real estate, Salsa Realty and Capital, you'll find a link on our homepage. And check out the internet radio shows, the madmaxmix.weebly.com. Max will play your favorite request, whether it's classic rock, music, pop classics. And check out JC live from the pub on Thursday night, 6 o'clock. He gets underway 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The JC show live from the pub. Man, we've had some people come in and out of this broadcast, this podcast, if you will, live on YouTube. So tell your friends, subscribe to the channel. I would be grateful. And Alex Nunnery has videos on our channel too concerning the Bold City Rattlers. I know Alex will be putting more videos up as well. We'll cover college football, the NFL. We'll take a look at the Jaguars Eagles game. Obviously, the Eagles are a prohibitive favorite on the season. Can you do that? 2-6. I knew the schedule was tough for the Jaguars. I expected them to be at least 4-4 by now. Now they're 2-6. Do you fire Balky? I think you might have to. I think you might have to unless there's a return. I think the season is pretty much kaput for the Jags. I really do. I think it's pretty much kaput. 2-6 is going to be hard to win enough games to make the playoffs or even get back to the 500 mark. Can the Jags even make it back to the 500 mark? I really don't think so. Not with the way the season has gone, but stranger things have happened. We'll take a look at the line. This game's played on the road at Lincoln Financial Field. The Jacksonville Jags at the Philadelphia Eagles. You have two teams going in different directions. The Eagles playing very, very well. Their quarterback Jalen Hurts probably coming off his best game of the season last week. The Philadelphia Eagles are 5-2. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 2-6. And our source feels like Philadelphia is going to win, cover the spread, the total will go on. That means the Eagles defense is going to do a number on Trevor Lawrence, and maybe the Jags keep Philadelphia a little lower in the scoring, but Philadelphia is a 7-point favorite. Keep in mind that our source is saying Philadelphia, the Eagles will win, cover the spread, and the total will go under. All that is true. You know what that means? The Jaguars could fall to 2-7. This game is on the road in Philadelphia. Kickoff time. This is actually a 4:05 Eastern time game. There'll be a pretty good audience for this game on TV. I'm pulling for the Jags, man. I pull the Jags every week. I have absolutely been pulling for the Jaguars since 1993, even 2 years before they got it there. So you've been listening to our live stream on the Teal Shirt Report podcast. We'll be along a little later. So check us out. The Teal Shirt Report podcast. We'll end the live stream. I thank our producers, our executive producer, Jay, our producer, Alex Nunnery, and Gaylor, our correspondent, our correspondent helping us with the Teal Shirt Report podcast, also at our Big J Report Facebook group, bigjreport.com. I want to thank John Gaylor, our contributor and correspondent. This is episode show number 59. It's a live stream, but you can watch it again. Thank you for tuning in. I think we're just short of 30 minutes. I'm going to go, but hey, check us out. Please, before you go, please subscribe to the channel. Like the channel, give us a thumbs up, and comments about the Georgia-Florida game today. And will Billy Napier get fired by the end of the season, or will he survive? I think he can survive if he wins 3 out of his last 5 games. What do you think? Am I wrong? So let me know. You guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to our Teal Shirt Report podcast. Go Gators, right? Duval. Maybe the Jags will rise up in Philly. Let's hope so. Maybe Doug Peterson's got a Philly special inning for Philadelphia. You guys have a great day. Okay, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back again here in a little while with another live stream on the Teal Shirt Report podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, listening, watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Salsa Realty and Capital, Lakeview Ball of Hits, and the MadMaxMix.weebly.com. You guys have a great day. We'll be back in a little while. Thank you for listening, watching, and giving us a thumbs up, liking the video, subscribing to the channel. It's all good. And will the Gators win? Can they beat Georgia? Can they beat them? Man, it's time to break that losing streak. The Florida Gators, time for them to break that losing streak. Come on, Lagway. Can you imagine if Coach Billy Napier pulls off the upset in Jacksonville? I think maybe the fans might warm up to a little bit, to brother Billy Napier, Coach Napier. You guys have a great day. We'll be back in just a little bit, okay? Thank you for watching and listening.